Here we are, inking Superman. I'm using a Sharpie pen. I found that it doesn't smudge like the Sharpie markers do when I go to color. I've never really learned how to ink. I've just sort of gone from tracing over my drawings to tracing over them better. And then being able to add in some details and stuff. In here I'm using just detailing the face and the cape and the arm and such. And I've been thinking about getting the different size markers for inking. I just haven't done that yet. So I'm not a professional artist, as we learned in the first video. I'm not a professional inker, as it's very obvious in this video. But you know, I think I do a pretty good job at it, especially since it's all self-taught. Like, no one really showed me how to ink. I have a few books that sort of gives me ideas here and there on what to do with it and how to do it, but no one's giving me any feedback on what I do or how I do it or the finished product, other than, oh, that's a good drawing. So, you know. Anyways, so you can see I take my time and go over all the lines I made with the pencil and picking out the sort of the best line that I made with the pencil, and trying to pick out just what makes it what I like about the drawing, and leaving out what I don't. I find sometimes, though, I miss details. You can see here I'm adding detail on the boots that I didn't even draw with the pencil. And sometimes I'll do stuff like that. And then other times, like when I erase all the ink, I'm like, oh, I missed the back of his hand. I didn't ink that, so I just draw it into the ink. And you know, I think that speaks to the fact that I'm not a professional. I just sort of make this up as I go. I'm actually inking on just regular paper. I didn't really intend, when I sketched this out, to do the whole like inking and coloring and everything for this Superman. But then it's like, oh, I should do all three, and then it's like, oh, this is on regular printing paper. So it's nothing special. The paper, it's 8.5 by 11 all-purpose printing paper. I think it's a little bit thicker than typical paper, but not much. It might be like 26 pound or something instead of 22 or 20. So you can see here I'm filling in some shading. As I sort of mentioned in the other video, I sort of picking up the light source. The light source was sort of up by where my drawing hand is. So you had the shading on the back, sort of the back side of Superman, and the back left side, or under the armpit, or whatever, like I'm doing just now, and a harder shadow sort of there under the arm. So I was just trying to pick out those shadows and fill them in, and see how it goes. So if you have any questions for me, or if you have some feedback, I'd love to hear it, especially if it's like constructive feedback, as I mentioned in my other one, because I'd like to get better. You can just post a comment on here, or you could email me. I think it's on the YouTube page. Anyways, thanks.